Chief Russ Brooks on the line right now. Of course, let's get an update on what happened yesterday with that gas spill. Chief, you're saying more than 2,500 gallons.
Oh, yes. You know, the tanker itself held 12,000 gallons of gasoline, 10% ethanol. And the tanker, that type of tanker has compartments so that if there's a leak, you know, the whole tank doesn't drain.
Yep.
It's compartments. But, you know, and we anticipated, the leak was in a compartment that we anticipated there was 2,500 gallons of gasoline in. But as we uprighted it and analyzed it and checked it and did the draining, we determined that all the baffles or the walls of these compartments had been compromised. So basically almost the entire tank had leaked out.
Wow.
So I would guess that maybe close to 9,000 gallons around, maybe 7,500, 9,000. But the issue to be, realized, people, hear gasoline and they use it every day and maybe they have it in their garage. But this is an extremely volatile product.
Okay.
And it's not like home heating oil. It's not like fuel oil. It's volatile, and that was a bomb getting ready to go off. And the vapors in that area were enormous. And it's not the liquid that burns.
Right.
The liquid lets off vapors, and any source of ignition, a spark even could have ignited that. So there was potential there for catastrophic issues. And what our hazmat team did is they blanketed the area with foam, and that prevents the vapors from rising. It's like a blanket that prevents vapors, flammable vapors. And we had to do that, put this enormous foam blanket on before we moved in and began offloading the product and uprighting the truck. And as you, I think, stated earlier, there was a release that ended up did going into the creek up there. Yeah. So we had to do some biking and absorbing, and it was a pretty significant operation. And you have these things that come up like there were wires coming up out of the ground where there had been a light.
Right.
And unless National Grid can confirm 100% that they're dead, we treat them as live.
Right.
And, but they were there very quickly, and they backtracked to New Hartford, and they made sure it was killed.
Well,
it was a long day.
If at any point, any spark could have set off
anything.
Boy.
It didn't even need a cigarette; just a spark from another vehicle or anything, and it would have been catastrophic.
So, do we know the cause of the accident at this point?
Well, we know it as far as the vehicle was trying to navigate a turn on the exit going on to 8 from 12 South and wasn't able to.
Yeah.
I think he made the comment that the steering locked up. It's it is. I can see where it could be kind of a tricky. Tricky navigation into that exit, but personally, if I was carrying that product in that quantity, I wouldn't be going the speed limit.
You'd be below that. Tell me, Chief, this was a great example of preparedness, a great example of one department helping out another community, a great example of the technology that we work with and the training, right?
Absolutely. Any issue or crisis or call you have that is of that magnitude, the success is contingent on agencies working together.
Right.
And, immediately we were obviously the first responders, the fire departments, the authority of jurisdiction. Police were right there. They had the arterial closed immediately, Utica Police Department.
Yeah.
the county was sending down their command vehicle and other resources. Eventually the state came, and they came with equipment and expertise. Known worldwide. I mean, just it was. And DEC was there early on, and multiple agencies. Yeah, and they all worked together, and obviously, when you work, you communicate with Jim Piccola. There isn't a more knowledgeable or easier person to work with.
And I got to tell you, it showed
the
how
Hartford PD. I mean, it could go on the list.
It did show how how important that thoroughfare is right there. How important that intersection is.
Oh, absolutely.
Because the traffic was backed up all over the general region, the greater Utica area yesterday.
Yeah.
Because of that.
I had that. I was getting numerous reports on those problems, but I got to tell you, and maybe some people took it the wrong way.
Yeah.
I'm there, and I'm worried about public safety. And as I said, I viewed that as a bomb could go off.
Yeah.
And being catastrophic. So to me, in my world right there, everything else was secondary.
Yeah, nothing else matters. Yeah.
Yeah. No, my complete concentration and attention was on what was going on around there.
And Chief, was there? I know that's over near New Hartford Shopping Center. Did it impede business over there at the center?
We didn't close anything down. I'm sure the traffic, kept some people away.
Right.
It was sure it kept some people away.
Well, listen,
and they were trying to tell me that Commercial Drive was almost impassable because of traffic, and obviously Genesee Street. But that there was nothing they could do about that.
Nothing you can do about that. Chief,
I
think
you err on the side of safety.
Sure. Now,
that's what we did.
Learning here that it was nearly 9,000 gallons before it was all said and done. So, Chief,
that's a guess. That's a guesstimate. As I said, we were expecting the one compartment to have emptied, and as we, were offloading the rest of the product, we determined that, as I said, these inside walls containers had also been compromised, and much more than that had escaped. And the environmental impact on that area around there, the ground will just be enormous. The excavating and getting rid of that contaminated soil will be a major.
So there's still some cleanup then to be done. Yeah.
All right, Chief. We appreciate the update. Thank you as always, and great job. Really great job out there.
Okay, thank you, Bill.
Yep, Chief.
Good morning.
You too, Chief Russ Brooks. Shows how everybody works together in a situation like this. Certainly a positive. But the cleanup, that'll be something we're going to be talking about down the road.